I once met one of the most successful people I've ever known, and he shared something that completely reshaped my existence. He quoted the great psychologist Carl Jung, who said, "Your outer appearance is a direct reflection of your inner world. If you cannot master what you see in the mirror each morning, you will never master your destiny." Those words didn't just reach my ears. They pierced through layers of illusion I had built up over time. In that single moment, a powerful truth dawned on me. I had been living in denial, completely ignoring the connection between the self I presented to the world and the actual state of my soul. It's a common story, especially for those of us over 40. We cling to the comforting idea that appearance is superficial, that caring about it is vain or irrelevant. But Jung's insight reveals a much deeper truth. He saw the human being as a bridge between the inner and outer realms, and for a life to be truly fulfilling, both must resonate in perfect harmony. Let me ask you an uncomfortable question. When was the last time you gazed into the mirror and felt genuine admiration for the person staring back at you? When did you last see not just a face, but a force of life, a being in full command of their essence? If the answer is a long time ago, or maybe even never, then this message is for you. This isn't about simply changing how you look. It's about transforming how you perceive yourself. Jung believes that our psyche constantly seeks wholeness, and that everything external is a mirror of what is happening internally. So, if your reflection no longer inspires you, it's a clear signal that you've been neglecting your inner self. After decades studying the human psyche and observing thousands of people across the globe, Jung uncovered a universal pattern. When our outer image aligns with our inner truth, life flows in balance. When there's coherence between what you feel on the inside and what you project on the outside, existence stops being a battlefield and becomes a symphony. This isn't vanity, it's alignment. It's the science of psychological resonance. I remember a woman who perfectly embodied this imbalance. On paper, she had everything. A great career, financial stability, a loving family, but her eyes carried a quiet, persistent fatigue. During a break at a conference, she confessed to me, "I've achieved everything I ever wanted, but every morning I wake up feeling defeated. When I look in the mirror, I see someone who just gave up." My response was simple, yet it was profound for her. Your appearance is not an act of vanity. It's an act of responsibility. It's a responsibility to your essence, to your purpose, and to the energy you transmit to the world. There's a deep psychological reason for this. Each time you face the mirror, your brain performs an unconscious comparison, matching the physical image it sees with the mental image you hold of yourself. When they align, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, chemicals that fill you with energy, focus, and confidence. You feel capable, alive, and connected to your potential. But when there is a disconnect, the reflection doesn't resonate with who you believe you are, your brain interprets it as an existential threat. It releases cortisol, the hormone of stress and defeat. Your energy drains, your creativity fades, and your emotional clarity dims. Think about it. On days when you feel good about your appearance, everything seems easier, right? The day flows. People respond to you differently, and opportunities seem to emerge effortlessly. This isn't magic. It's psychology. You're operating from a state of self-approval and inner order. In those moments, as Jung would say, your persona, the image you show the world, is in harmony with yourself, the deepest center of your being. Caring about your appearance doesn't mean succumbing to narcissism. It's not about vanity. It's about cultivating a ritual of self-respect. Think of it as an act of love toward the vessel carrying your consciousness. If you owned a priceless masterpiece, would you let it decay? If you had a rare musical instrument, would you leave it untuned? Of course not. You'd care for it meticulously because you understand its worth. Your body, your image, your presence, they are the instruments of your destiny. It's through them that your soul expresses its frequency in the material world. Neglecting them silences a part of your being. So many people over 40 treat their bodies worse than their possessions, forgetting that this body is the sacred temple through which life experiences itself. I had my own personal reckoning with this truth. I had a thriving professional life. I was traveling the world, sharing my work. One night, my wife showed me a photograph taken during one of my lectures. The image shocked me. I saw a man who looked exhausted, drained, and completely disconnected from his own vitality. That reflection became a mirror of my own neglect. That night, I made a decision. No longer would my outer image contradict the greatness I felt inside. From that day on, my appearance became an extension of my integrity, not out of ego, but out of a deep need for coherence. If I was going to speak about mastery, discipline, and purpose, my own image had to embody those principles. When you approach your morning routine as a ritual of empowerment rather than an obligation, everything shifts. Each shower taken with awareness, each choice of clothing made with intention, each small act of care for your body sends a powerful message to your subconscious. I matter. I am worthy. I am prepared to lead. That woman from the conference, she took this philosophy to heart. Within 6 months, she was unrecognizable, not because she became someone else, but because she finally became herself. Her energy shifted, her eyes glowed with purpose, and her professional and personal life flourished. When I asked what had changed, she said something unforgettable. I finally decided to look like the woman I always felt I was inside. This is the secret Jung wanted us to grasp. Your appearance is not a mask, it's a mirror. It doesn't hide who you are. It reveals who you've chosen to become. When the external mirrors the internal, you enter a state of psychological wholeness. Your energy aligns, your path clears, and the universe begins to conspire with you, not against you. So, the next time you face the mirror, don't look for flaws. Look for truth. Ask yourself, does this image align with the person I am becoming? If the answer is no, begin not with guilt, but with reverence. Transformation starts in the smallest rituals of awareness. Here's how you start. The first key is the asterisk. Asterisk mirror. Principle asterisk. Every morning, before you step into the world, look into your own eyes for 30 seconds. Don't judge, just connect. Ask, is this person ready for the day? Does what I see reflect my values, my inner strength, my highest vision of who I am becoming? If not, act. Adjust your posture, fix your hair, change your shirt. These small actions are powerful signals to your mind that you care, you are present, and you are ready. The second key is the asterisk. Asterisk 10-minute investment. Asterisk. Dedicate exactly 10 minutes every day to your physical presentation. Not 5, not 15. Use this time to move your body, care for your skin, or select clothes with deliberate intention. The goal isn't vanity, it's self-respect. Consistency, not perfection, is what reshapes yourself. The third key is the asterisk. Asterisk, personal standard. Asterisk, define how you want to look and feel, and never let that standard falter. This isn't about superficiality, it's about alignment. If your standard is to appear centered and grounded, maintain it, even when no one is watching, especially when no one is watching. Honoring your private standards builds self-esteem from within. The fourth key is the asterisk. Asterisk 1% philosophy. Asterisk, instead of chasing drastic, unsustainable transformations, just improve your appearance or energy by 1% each day. One day, try a new hairstyle. The next, add a small ritual of skincare. These microscopic acts compound exponentially. Within a year, you won't just look different, you will feel reborn. And the fifth and final key is the asterisk multiplier effect. Asterisk. How you feel about yourself radiates outward, affecting every single person you encounter. When you walk into a room grounded, centered, and confident, people feel your energy before you even speak. Your inner harmony invites others to awaken theirs. After 40, caring for your appearance isn't Vanatites leadership. Each morning, by presenting your best self, you give others permission to rise. Think about the people you admire. How do they carry themselves? They understand that outer expression reflects inner mastery. Maybe you're thinking, I'm not in my 20s anymore. My body has changed. That's true. But maturity isn't an excuse for neglect. It's a call for refinement. At 40, 50, or 60, your appearance should express wisdom, depth, and a quiet confidence that only comes with experience. Start today. Look in that mirror and see, not just a reflection, but a partner in your destiny. Align your inner world with your outer world, and watch as your life transforms. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more insights on mastering your life. We'll see you in the next one. Stop scrolling for a second. Let's talk about something real. You're not competing with your younger self. You're not trying to turn back the clock. You're defining what powerful maturity looks like. I made a promise to myself to become stronger, more alive, more connected than ever before. The goal wasn't to look younger, but to feel fully conscious and awake. It started with simple things. Exercising with real devotion, eating with mindfulness, truly tasting my food, dressing with awareness. And something incredible happened. It wasn't just my body that transformed. My creativity surged. My energy expanded. My work became deeper and more meaningful. I started delivering lectures with a new kind of presence. My writing was infused with inspiration, and my life was filled with gratitude. I want you to try something. Right now, pause and find a mirror. Look deep into your own eyes, and ask yourself this question. Am I truly honoring the gift of this body, this life, this one chance to do something extraordinary? If the answer is yes, keep going. You're on the right path. But if the answer is no, then today is the day. Not tomorrow, not next Monday. Today, every single day you delay caring for your appearance, you are postponing caring for your life. You're postponing your power, your confidence, your vibrancy. Because your appearance isn't just the first impression you give to others. It's the first impression you give to yourself every single morning. It's the very first signal your mind receives about who you are and what you're capable of achieving that day. Just imagine a life where, every morning, seeing your reflection in the mirror sparks a feeling of genuine pride and enthusiasm for the day ahead. Imagine that energy flowing into your conversations, your work, your relationships. This isn't some fantasy. It's grounded in psychology. You see, the mind often can't distinguish between what is real and what it powerfully perceives as real. When you look good, when you present yourself with intention, your mind starts to believe that you are powerful, capable, and worthy of success. And that belief, that core conviction, is what shapes your actions. And as we all know, it's our actions that ultimately shape our destiny. So think about your mental wardrobe for a moment. Each morning, you're not just putting on clothes. You're putting on the identity of the person you are actively becoming. If you want to be a leader, you have to start dressing like the leader you see within. If you crave creativity, wear the colors and textures that express your inner artist. If you want to feel confident, choose every detail of your outfit, as if it were a suit of armor, crafted specifically for your spirit. Your clothing is so much more than mere fabric. It's symbolic energy. It's a constant, subconscious reminder of who you are and what you stand for. The great psychologist CarlJung would have called this the ritual of individuation, the process of uniting your inner essence with your outer world. When your inner self and your outer self finally align, you stop living by habit. You start living by purpose, and everything in your life begins to reflect the beauty, the discipline, and the meaning you've cultivated within. There's a famous story about a man named Roberto who visited CarlJung. Roberto's life was in chaos. His office was cluttered with unfinished projects. He was carrying nearly 20 kilograms of excess weight, and his appearance was marked by neglect. Jung looked at him and said something profound. If you wish to rebuild your career, you must first rebuild your image. Your outer form must reflect the inner vision you hold for your future. Roberto took this to heart and began a personal rebirth ritual. For 30 days, he woke up an hour earlier, dedicating that time entirely to himself, not to work, not to others, but to his own body and mind. He did light exercise, took a mindful shower, and chose his clothes with intention. In just 1 month, the transformation was staggering. He lost 8 kilograms, closed two major business deals that had been stalled for months, and even started a new romantic relationship. His improved appearance reignited his confidence, and that confidence reignited his entire life. This is what Jung meant by the reflection of the psyche in the physical world. It's never superficial. It's deeply symbolic. Your body is a mirror for your soul, expressing either inner order or inner chaos. When you align your outer image with your inner vision, you create a powerful psychological coherence. And that coherence is what attracts transformation. So what if you started tomorrow? What if you decided to make your appearance a living symbol of your highest self? Try this tonight. The 5-minute mirror audit. Stand in front of your mirror and honestly ask yourself 5 questions. 1. Does my current appearance reflect the person I truly wish to become? 2. What are 3 things I could improve, starting right now? 3. What self-care habit have I been avoiding, and why? 4. How would I feel if I saw someone who looked exactly like me walk into an important meeting? And 5. What silent message am I sending to the world and to myself through my appearance? Be brutally honest. Jung believed that real transformation only begins when we face the truth without our masks. Then, choose one specific, small, intentional action you can take tomorrow. Maybe it's just pressing a shirt with care, or finally booking that appointment you've been putting off. Lasting change doesn't come from grand gestures. It comes from small, consistent acts of self-respect. Consider Elena, a 52-year-old woman who felt lost after her company restructured and she lost her job. She felt invisible. She told a mentor, "No one notices me on the street or in interviews." The response was simple. Invisibility is not a matter of age. It's a matter of presence. And presence begins with how you show yourself to the world. Elena started with subtle changes. She straightened her posture, held her shoulders back, and kept her head high. She updated her wardrobe to clothes that actually fit and flattered her form. She started a steady exercise routine and paid a little more attention to her hair and makeup. 6 months later, she hadn't just secured a better job, she had started her own successful consulting business. Her physical transformation triggered a powerful inner rebirth. When you change how you appear, you fundamentally change how the world perceives you, and even more importantly, how you perceive yourself. Your appearance is your silent language. It's your personal symbol, communicating your self-worth, your discipline, your values, and your intentions before you even speak a single word. So ask yourself, are you communicating excellence or neglect? Confidence or doubt? Does your presence say, this person is in control of their life? Or does it whisper, this person has lost their way? I know these questions can be uncomfortable, but they are absolutely necessary. You cannot transform the image you project until you first confront it. You might be thinking, this sounds superficial. Shouldn't people judge me by my character? And in an ideal world, yes, they would. But we don't live in an ideal world. We live in a symbolic one. People form impressions within the first 7 seconds of meeting you. In that brief window, your appearance speaks volumes louder than your words ever could. This isn't about fairness. It's about awareness. You can either be a victim of perception, or you can learn to use it as a powerful tool for your own empowerment. Caring for your appearance is not vanity, it's self-respect. It is a daily declaration of your own discipline and the alignment between your inner values and your external image. Every morning, when you invest time in presenting yourself with care, you send a powerful message to your subconscious. I am worth Italiano. My life matters. My dreams are valuable. When you repeat this affirmation daily, it becomes a belief, and that belief becomes your reality. This is the alchemy of transformation. When your inner and outer worlds finally meet in harmony, the self is reborn. Try the ritual of the 3 mirrors. Each day, look into 3 mirrors. The first is the literal mirror, to examine your physical appearance. The second is the emotional mirror, where you ask, how do I feel about myself today? Does my appearance reflect my ideal emotional state? And the third is the aspirational mirror. Here, you question, does the way I present myself today bring me closer to the person I wish to become? Or is it pulling me away? This simple practice builds a deep, multi-dimensional awareness of your self-image and its profound influence on your destiny. Notice how the most successful people, in any field, almost always align their appearance with a standard of excellence. This is no coincidence. Excellence in one area of life has a way of spilling over into others, creating a domino effect where inner order manifests as outward perfection. You have this power within you. Start today. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, please give this video a like and consider subscribing for more content on living a purposeful life. I'll see you in the next one. Have you ever felt like something was off? You speak of excellence. You strive for discipline. But when you look in the mirror, the person staring back doesn't quite match the ambitions in your heart. CarlJung once said that the true self seeks unity where our thoughts, emotions, and actions all sing in harmony. After turning 40, I finally understood what that meant. It's not about vanity. It's about personal integrity. See, a healthy attachment to your image after 40 isn't about chasing youth or seeking approval. It's about taking daily, intentional time to present your best self, creating an alignment between who you are on the inside and how you show up in the world. Your appearance is a psychological language. It communicates self-respect, consciousness, and harmony before you even say a word. If you talk about excellence but your image reflects neglect, there's a fracture in that integrity. If you preach discipline but can't maintain your own appearance, there's an inconsistency that people can feel, even if they can't name it. Your wardrobe should reflect the person you are becoming, not the person you were 10 years ago. Exercise isn't a punishment for what you ate. It's a ritual of vitality, a celebration of what your body can do. And so that's not an expense. It's a sacred investment in your future self. Think about this self-image spiral. It moves in one of two directions, and your daily choices determine which path you're on. When you take care of yourself, you feel better. When you feel better, you act with more confidence. When you act better, you get better results. This creates an upward spiral, accelerating your growth and pulling you closer to your authentic self. But the opposite is also true. Neglect yourself, and you feel worse. You act with less energy. You suffer the poor results, and that just deepens the neglect. This is the downward spiral, a vicious cycle that disconnects you from your potential. So, I have to ask, which spiral are you feeding right now? What one thing will you do today to make it an ascending one? You can start this upward spiral today with 3 simple actions. First, go to your wardrobe and remove one single piece of clothing that no longer represents the person you are becoming. Donate it or discard it. This act signals to your subconscious that you are intentionally releasing the past. Second, for the next week, add just 15 minutes to your morning routine. Don't scroll on your phone. Use this time to invest in your presence. Maybe it's a quick workout. Maybe it's mindfully choosing your outfit. Or maybe it's just taking a few extra moments to care for some aspect of your appearance you've been neglecting. This is about mirroring your evolving consciousness. Third, take a full-body photos of yourself today, just as you are. No filters, no special angles. This is your reference point. Then, after consistently applying these principles for 90 days, take another photo in the exact same spot. I promise you, the difference will be astonishing. It won't just be a physical change. You'll see a shift in your energy, your posture, your very presence. Let me tell you about Jose. He was a 58-year-old bank manager, brilliant at his job, but he'd been passed over for a major promotion 3 times. He admitted to me that he'd let his appearance go, thinking, at my age, how I look doesn't matter. My work should speak for itself. But that mindset was sabotaging him. As Jung told, outer neglect often reflects inner resignation. So, Jose decided to act. He adopted what he called a senior professional protocol. He worked with a style consultant to update his wardrobe. He started an age-appropriate exercise routine. He paid attention to the small details, his posture, the way he walked, how he carried himself in meetings. The transformation was remarkable. He didn't just get the next promotion. He became a sought-after mentor for younger executives who admired his newfound confidence and presence. It's never, ever too late to present your best self. After 40, your appearance should communicate wisdom, experience, and stability. It should declare, this is a person who has learned what works in life and applies it. I want you to write this down, put it on your mirror, and feel it. My appearance is an investment in my future, not an expense in my present. This mindset changes everything. Imagine waking up every day, feeling genuinely satisfied with the person you see in the mirror. Imagine every encounter you have, reinforcing the message that you have your life in order. This isn't a fantasy. It's the natural outcome of a decision, followed by consistency. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait until you lose the weight, or have more money, or feel motivated. Your life is happening right now. Every day you postpone presenting your best self is a day of lost potential. Every morning you settle for less. You undervalue who you are. Let's be clear. This isn't about vanity. This is strategy. It's applied psychology. It's personal leadership. It is a declaration to yourself and to the world that you take your life and your goals seriously. Take a moment to reflect. What opportunities might you have missed because your appearance didn't quite match your competence? What relationships could have been stronger if you'd shown up with more self-assurance? What amazing version of yourself have you been hiding behind a neglected exterior? The time to act isn't tomorrow. It's now. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. As Jung tog de externo y se miro of the interno. You cannot embody inner excellence while neglecting your outer form. You can't preach discipline while appearing undisciplined. You can't speak of transformation while remaining physically unchanged. If this message resonates with you, if you feel that spark of recognition, then please act on it today. Don't let this be just another video you watch. Let it be the turning point that changes how you look, how you feel, and how you live. You are one decision away from a total transformation. A decision to honor your potential through your appearance. A decision to show up as your best self every single day. Decide now. Act today. Your future self will thank you for it. And when you look back a year from now, you will see this moment as the point where you stopped underestimating yourself and finally started presenting the extraordinary person you truly are. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you, please consider liking and subscribing for more content on living a more integrated and powerful life. I'll see you in the next one.